everyone, my name is Anemorie and today we are going to be spilling the latest cozy tea. Hello if you're new here, and if you've been here before then welcome back. This video is going to be a bit different to my usual monthly roundups as there is a lot going on this month, in particular the release of the Nintendo Switch 2, and I also wanted to cover some of my top picks for May, although I am a bit late to the party, and also some recently released demos, as well as the Infinity Nikki 1.5 update controversy. As I'm trying something new, I would love some feedback in the comments. This community belongs as much to you as it does to me, and I want to know what you want to see in the future, whether that's my typical monthly roundup videos or these more in-depth cozy news videos. And while you're down there typing that out, please do hit the subscribe button and notification bell to support my channel, and you'll also be notified of any future videos. And do give this video a lovely little like as well if this style of content is something you would like to see more of from me. And without further ado, because this is going to be a long one, get your tea, get your snacks, whatever makes you feel the most cozy, let's get into the video. So first things first, we've got to talk about the Steam Cozy Game releases for June. There's a lot of good ones, including some highly anticipated and also delayed releases, so I'm going to give you my top 15 picks. The first game on the list is the cute, cozy and casual life and management sim with a magical girl twist, Pretty Sweet Healing Guardian, which will be releasing for Steam on the 2nd of June. In this lightweight and coquettish management sim, you will fulfill your dream of becoming a magical girl. Find yourself in charge of every citizen's health and well-being in a charming and cozy town, balancing the emotions of your local townies and raising their quality of life by using your candy magic to make everything just a little bit sweeter. But don't forget to manage your sugar supply. Restock your sweet treats at the Magic Candy store. Each visit will be a surprise, so be sure to check out its frequent updates for new and improved powers. And upgrade your powers as you earn hearts, a super cute currency of love received by your thankful clientele, which can then be used to unlock a magic speed boost, hire townies to assist you in your mission of spreading positivity, unlock new locations, and so much more. Pretty Sweet Healing Guardian looks to be the perfect cozy game for sweet tooths and magical girl lovers alike, or if you're like me, then you love both. It's a fairly short game, but it's visually stunning and unique in comparison to other similarly lengthed cozy management games, bringing a sugary re-glaze to the genre. It's worth mentioning, however, that this game does not have Steam Deck or controller support, so please do keep that in mind if those are your preferred ways to play. If you love sweet treats, magical girls like Sailor Moon who spread positivity, and life sim management games, and you want to support a Latin American solo developer in these difficult times, then you should definitely check this one out. Next, we have the cute and casual wholesome bathhouse management experience, somewhat reminiscent of Spirited Away, rendered in stunning and vibrant pixel graphics, Bathhouse Creatures, which will be releasing for Steam also on the 2nd of June. In this small yet cozy management game, you will run your very own relaxing and chill bathhouse for cute animal clientele. Keep your bathtubs clean, filled and warmed by a team of fire-breathing dragons, while serving a cast of whimsical but quirky talking creatures. Using the money you earn to upgrade your facilities and buy decorative pieces to truly make this place your own, all while uncovering heartfelt and wholesome stories. Bring an old and abandoned bathhouse to life, restoring its former glory and growing its client book to be the best in town. Place bathtubs, purchase decorations, and upgrade your facilities to attract the local animal folk to come and soak their stresses away. Prepare soothing warm baths for your customers who will keep you on your toes, decorating each bathhouse according to their own unique preferences to keep them all happy and satisfied. Don't forget to use their favourite delectable treats to receive tips and even rave reviews. Discover more about the whimsical creatures who patronise your bathhouse, ranging from a mischievous talking duck to an elderly capybara. Each level will serve as the backdrop to a wholesome short story, providing information about each guest's characteristic hopes and worries. Featuring 2 to 3 hours of wholesome and cozy gameplay, this little management sim is perfect for those who aren't looking for a high commitment game, but want to create something stunning in a fast-paced but low-pressure experience. The cute animals are definitely an added bonus as well. So if you love wholesome and cute animals, strategy and management sim games, and you've always wanted to run your very own bathhouse, just like the one from Spirited Away, then you should definitely check out the demo for Bathhouse Creatures, which is available right now on Steam. The next game on the list is the funny, quirky and story-rich bullet hell RPG and long-awaited parallel to the beloved story of Undertale, featuring an amazing soundtrack and iconic pixel graphics, Deltarune, which will be releasing for all major consoles except for Xbox sadly on the 4th of June. In this parallel story to the beloved bullet hell classic, you will fight or spare your way through action-packed battles, all exploring a mysterious world alongside an enduring cast of both new and familiar characters. Master your bullet dodging skills in creative battles inspired by titles like Toulouse and Chrono Trigger, fighting several difficult hidden bosses as you progress through the game's linear and chapter-based system, but this time there is only one ending. The long-awaited alternative parallel to the beloved Undertale is finally here, and nostalgia is definitely nostalgiaing. She's really got me reminiscing on 2016, and I remember watching so many different playthroughs and endings from different creators. I remember watching iHouse Cupquake, she was one of my favourites at the time, and honestly, kind of wondering what she's up to now. The soundtrack was a complete vibe, the unique and instantly recognisable combat system, honestly, of course all of the Sans memes, and other character fan art, the fan songs that came with it. I can't believe that was 9 years ago. And now we get to start a new Toby Fox journey, but this time with only one ending. Really interested how that's going to play out. So I definitely can't wait to check out the full game now that chapters 3 and 4 have been released, and of course any future chapters that may be added, which have been said to be free to access to those who have purchased chapters 3 and 4 with no additional cost. So if you're an OG Undertale fan, or you just love a story-rich bullet hell Metroidvania style game rendered in quirky and unique 2D pixel graphics, then you should definitely check out the demo for Deltarune, which does include chapters 1 and 2. It's already available right now. Next on the list is the story-rich action-adventure fantasy JRPG Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma, which will be releasing for Steam and the Nintendo Switch consoles, so both Switch 1 and 2, including a physical release for Switch on the 5th of June. Set in the eastern nation of Azuma, in this all-new adventure in the Rune Factory series, you will use your powers as an earth dancer to restore the land, its people, and even its gods. Along the way, battle corrupted monsters, rebuild seasonal farms and villages, and form strong bonds with the characters you meet. After the events of the celestial collapse, a calamity caused by a colossal object crash landing and shattering the earth, the power provided by the runes ceased to flow and the gods of nature vanished soon after, leaving the people with nothing. But you, an earth dancer, can use your powers to save the land. Embrace your new powers and fight against the corruption sweeping through Azuma, bringing hope back to this once prosperous land. As an earth dancer, you will use the power of dance alongside sacred treasures and freshly made weapons to purify the land, your farm, and undo the damage caused by the blight. Alongside tending to your own farm, use your abilities to help rebuild entire villages, construct and place buildings, enticing people to return to the lands and contribute to the development. Maybe you can even revive the gods and bring vitality and valuable resources back to the plagued lands. Experience beautiful Japanese-inspired character designs and aesthetics, from festivals and events to monsters, and explore Azuma's natural landscapes and seasonal-themed locales steeped in tradition. Don't forget to befriend or even romance any of the eligible and fully voice-acted characters, recruiting these new friends to aid you in your battles. Guardians of Azuma looks like the love child of traditional JRPGs focused around action and adventure with some combat, such as the Final Fantasy series, combined with the relaxing farming romance and of course rebuilding a town on the brink of disaster of beloved cozy favourites such as Story of Seasons and Stardew Valley. It looks to be jam-packed with hours upon hours of content, so if you're looking to sink your teeth into a new slow burn, then this one is definitely worth checking out. If you love the Rune Factory series, or maybe you're new to it but you love an action-adventure JRPG with some romance, an in-depth magic and combat system with a hint of cozy farming, then you should definitely check out this latest game in the series, Guardians of Azuma. The next one on the list is the cute, cozy and casual magical farming and life sim with a fluffy feline twist, Ashwood Valley, which will be releasing for console, including compatibility for the Switch 1 and 2 on the 5th of June. In this wholesome tale of magic and enchantment, set in a valley full of curious creatures to befriend, you'll step into the shoes of either Luna or Draco, two magical siblings whose spellcasting mishap opens a portal to a vibrant world, and turns one of them into a cat. Now it's up to you to restore a ruined cottage, befriend quirky creatures, and uncover the secrets of the Enchanted Valley to break this curse. grow magical plants, explore changing seasons, complete odd quests for the town's chocoholic mayor, or even the village of cheese-obsessed dwarves, and pet all the wild animals you come across, even the strawberry cows. With cozy farming, whimsical characters, and hand-animated pixel art, Ashwood Valley is a charming adventure about family, friendship, and a lot of fluff. Featuring farming with a magical twist, you will forage for rare ingredients in a vibrant valley, stunningly rendered in nostalgic pixel art, which comes alive and transforms from spring blossoms to autumn leaves and snow-blanketed winters. And tend to a garden that changes with the seasons to discover new ingredients for spellcasting. Befriend the local wildlife and discover their more whimsical hidden forms, such as the mushroom chickens or beetroot cows. This curse is stubborn and it looks like you're going to be here for a while, so dust off the old broom and washcloth to fix up your very own cozy cottage, cleaning out cobwebs, patching up floorboards, and making it feel like home. When you're not renovating and decorating, some quirky and unique characters may require your help with some of their own oddball tasks. The concept, characters and art style of Ashwood Valley are all super adorable, and as a self-proclaimed crazy cat lady, I am definitely not biased. Honestly, I'm not quite sure why you'd want to try and reverse this so-called curse. While this one is somewhat short, I would probably estimate about 3 hours just by looking at the type of content that's available. It definitely looks like it will be a fun time, with lots of dilly-dallying and wholesome requests to complete, as well as a cottage to decorate like home. If you love cute cats and forest creatures, as well as wholesome magic and farming, all lovingly rendered in charming pastel perfect pixel graphics, and you don't mind a game that is short but sweet, then you should definitely check out Ashwood Valley. The next game on the list is the cozy and casual ice rink management sim, rendered in stunning 2.5D pixel art, Skating Rink Story, which will be releasing for Steam and Android on the 9th of June. In this management sim, you will make your wildest ice dancing dreams come true by hiring and training up eager staff, entering them into competitions, carefully decorating your rink to craft the most immaculate of vibes, and more. First things first, you're going to need a huge rink where your customers can glide with glee, and then make sure your skaters are warm and happy off the ice with a heated room and soup bar. Some people might even post their experiences on social media, and you never know when a carefully placed object on the ice may lead to an impromptu photo shoot. Keep customers coming back by listening to their requests, increase the selection of food available as skating is sure to work up an appetite, and combine different combinations of ingredients and discover amazing new dishes to serve to your hungry guests. After all, you can't skate on an empty stomach. Make sure you hire a capable instructor or two to teach the basics to newbie clientele and amazing tricks to the more seasoned of skaters to bring out their full potential. And once they've mastered the basics, you can create a figure skating program and even enter competitions. Their success on the ice will surely mean more business for your rink. Looks like even the mayor from the town over has heard about your ice rink and is coming to check it out for themselves. With this kind of popularity, it won't be long until you have people coming from all over the world. Now get ready to create countless wonderful memories with your skaters and aim to turn your rink into an unforgettable 5-star facility. Skating Rink Story looks to be a short one, as it doesn't seem to be as in-depth as other popular management sims such as Planet Zoo and Cat Cafe Manager, but with its gorgeous and nostalgic pixel art graphics, charming soundtrack, and quite a bit to do from decorating to cooking up meals for your skaters, and of course training up your staff, it is sure to be a fun and relaxing time. So if you love a casual and cute management sim, such as Roller Coaster Tycoon or Planet Zoo, but with a more simplified experience and a sporty skating twist, then you should definitely check this one out. The next game on the list is the cozy, story-rich action-adventure RPG, rendered in breathtaking hand-drawn animation and cinematic cutscenes, and set in a magical land of sentient forgotten objects, forgotlings, releasing for all major platforms on the 12th of June. In this cinematic action-adventure set in an enchanted realm inhabited by lost things, searching for a purpose, you'll play as Fig, a gifted posing doll and captain of the sentient ship Valere, and journey to the distant corners of a collective memory and unite warring tribes against a mysterious looming threat to their existence, all while discovering a wholly original story world filled with wonder and childlike imagination. Travel across the lands, connecting with forgotlings from various tribes through conversation or challenging them to a game of INA, a popular pastime in the world of forgotlings. But beware, bandits and less than friendly critters will lurk in the wilderness, and it's up to you to be stealthy or risk confrontation with enemies head on. Mark a destination in your quest to unite all things lost in this semi-open world Metroidvania, featuring fully voice-acted characters. Each narrated cutscene is truly brought to life, complemented by a beautifully haunting score featuring the renowned ensemble Theatre of Voices, and with thousands of hand-drawn animation frames and beautifully realised environments, which will be sure to create the experience of playing through an animated movie. Forgotlings is visually stunning and genuinely looks as though it could have been pulled out of the frames of a Studio Ghibli movie, with its beautifully rendered hand-drawn art style and quirky characters. There's lots of content to get through in this cinematic and enchanting world, from platforming to minigames and combat, and of course in this fully narrated work of fiction with a splitting narrative, your choices will matter. If you love action-adventure RPGs with a rich and wholesome story and a bit of cozy combat similar to Animal Wow, Rain World and Hollow Knight, then you should definitely check out the demo for Forgotlings, which is available right now on Steam. And just a content warning for the next game, is rated PG-16 due to bad language and sexual innuendos and reference. Next we have Date Everything, the highly anticipated choose your own adventure and sandbox dating sim set in the comfort of your own home, which was delayed from February and is now set to release on the 17th of June, and that will be for all major platforms. This game features 100 fully voice-acted dateable characters, all based off of the average household items, and this game brings a new and exciting twist to the dating simulator genre by bringing your entire house to life and allowing you to date absolutely everything. Each dateable object will open up to you, revealing their own stories, and with the game's branching narratives and at least 3 endings per character, each item has the potential to become your lover, friend, or even enemy. I did previously mention Date Everything in my February releases video back when it was set to release on Valentine's Day, and now after this short delay I'm very pleased to announce that I will be releasing this June, as many of you in the comments were excited for this one and disappointed to hear about the delay. At the end of the day, while a delay is never a promising sign, I'm happy that the devs have taken the time to smooth things over and patch any remaining bugs, as I would much rather they release a final product that they are proud of. So if you did watch my February releases video, then you already know my thoughts on this game, but for those who are new here, I do love a dating sim, especially with a twist. And I've previously featured games on the channel such as Love Ghosty and Kaiju, so I'm super excited for this one. Not to mention, I have never seen a dating sim with so many characters before, over 100, all of which are fully voice acted. We are being spoilt for choice, and once again I'm sure the delay in the release was necessary to flesh out this crazy amount of characters. And in my last video I did also mention the incredible level of diversity and visual interest in the designs of every single character. They're very quirky and eccentric outfits, each inspired by the object that they are, to each character's unique colour palette, body types, etc. You can really tell so much love and thought has gone into designing each character, so I do have really high expectations for this one. And if you love dating everyone you possibly can in every life sim you play, making your sims into serial romantics, and dating sim games such as Love Ghosty and Kaiju, and also Kitty Powers Matchmaker, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Date Everything, which is available on Steam right now. The next game on the list is the open world survival craft MMORPG set in an ancient land, bitcraft Online, which will be releasing in early access for Steam, including max support, on the 20th of June. Join thousands of other players in a brand new open world in which you can carve out your very own cozy nook, master a player-driven economy, or even band together with friends to transform this ancient wilderness into a thriving city metropolis. From humble beginnings to legend, your choices will matter, because in bitcraft, your actions shape our world. In this vibrant, player-driven universe, you'll foster deep social connections and find endless opportunities for collaboration. Unite with others to form new communities, craft towns and structures, or venture into the wilderness to discover beautiful biomes. Trade rare goods, care for your pets, or gather with your friends by the fire as you settle into the land of Starfell. In a fully terraformable world, you can edit any terrain, from carving into mountains to charting new paths, or just simply building the highest tower in the land, leaving a lasting legacy in this constantly evolving world. Once you've got a solid base laid down, it's time to harness the power of the world's resources to craft tools, build homes, and develop infrastructure tailored to your style. Explore an expansive procedural world using a point-and-click directional interface, starting with nothing and building your way up. Traverse forests, rivers, mountains, and ancient ruins, fighting predators and hunting and gathering resources for crafting, in a world where every corner of the map offers opportunities for discovery and growth. Survival is at the heart of your adventure, and so you must gather resources, fend off predators, and brave the elements as you secure your place in a massive, dangerous, and beautiful world. It isn't just about enduring, it's about thriving, and cooperation and strategy will take centre stage in this world, with global events to participate in with your friends, and teaming up with others to establish thriving towns and civilizations, to trading goods in an ever-evolving player-driven economy. Whether you're an explorer, builder, monster slayer, trader, or something in between, Starfell has something for everyone. Whether that's the plethora of different skills to master or the myriad of unique roles to play, as you move through this world interacting with thousands of fellow adventurers each day. With a stunning and unique 3D art style, which looks to me like if the For the King hexagonal tiles met Pokemon style characters, and a diverse world to explore, bitcraft Online looks like it will be a super fun time with your friends. The world really is your oyster, and you can play however you want and be whoever you want in this new MMO, which is set to be free to play at its full 1.0 launch. So if you love open world survival craft games with friends such as Pixelia and Minecraft, then you should definitely check out the free demo for bitcraft Online, which is available right now on Steam. The next game on the list is the cozy and casual 3D soccer band style puzzler set in a vibrant fantasy world, After Light Fades, which will also be releasing on the 20th of June for Steam, including Mac support. In this magical soccer band puzzle based journey, you will play as Alice, who after the loss of her partner Aura discovers 7 artifacts, each tied to a powerful memory. To heal, you must revisit the places they once shared, leaving the mastered artifacts behind in the abyss as you solve, evolve, and then let go. Explore 7 emotionally resonant and handcrafted fantasy worlds, spanning over 100 puzzles, each reflecting a stage of Alice's emotional journey, and cast away the artifacts tied to grief, memory, and transformation. From shimmering coves to shifting manners, every world features its own emotional tone and puzzle mechanics, each ending in a powerful act of letting go. As you part with each artifact, you will also give up the unique mechanic it granted, turning the act of puzzle solving into a powerful reflection. Solve spatial puzzles where objects interact in surprising and meaningful ways. Use mirrors, magnets, fire, binds, clones, and elemental systems in deeply layered challenges that evolve far beyond traditional box pushing. Experience a metaphor-driven narrative told through puzzles and play, in which each artifact you master must eventually be left behind, mirroring the emotional journey of grief, acceptance, and change. Once you've played through the main storyline, you can build up your own puzzles using the full feature set and upload them to the Steam Workshop to share with your friends, or even explore the unique levels crafted by other players in the community. After Light Fades is a charming and magical soccer band puzzle game with a good amount of content, featuring 7 different levels, and therefore, depending on the amount of puzzles per level, I would estimate at least 10 hours of content if not more, depending on their difficulty. Each level has a different mechanic, keeping the gameplay experience fun and fresh, and there is a hidden and rich story to uncover as you progress for added motivation, you know, when the puzzles start getting really difficult. The addition of a build your own puzzle mode, similar to Super Mario Maker but Sudoku solving rather than platforming, is an amazing added touch, and it really extends the playtime of the game for those who are interested in this feature and making fun and challenging levels for their friends. If you love soccer band style puzzle games and puzzle games with a wholesome and rich story, such as unpacking, as well as lush and ever-changing 2.5D fantasy worlds, then you should check out the free demo for After Light Fades, available on Steam right now. So, quick content warning for the next game, but there will be fantasy, violence, and drug usage in this one. So next on the list is the cozy, cute, but creepy fairy tale inspired life sim and visual novel RPG, which is also releasing for Steam, including Mac support on the 20th of June, and that is Mushroom Musume. Once upon a time, there was a lonesome recluse plagued with the desire to raise a child. Wandering nearby, the strange witch of the woods couldn't help but overhear this wish, and with a twisted humour, gifted them a pot of dirt. In this Tomodachi-inspired visual novel X life sim fairy tale, you will help guide the recluse through the maze that is fungal parenthood, raising a mushroom from spore to fine young woman, and then discovering the twists and turns that her life may take. Raising a child is hard, but raising a mushroom is no easier. Any little thing you do can change your daughter's path in life. Will she grow into a pretty little fly agaric, or an uncanny and indomitable cordyceps? A parent's role is key, so take it seriously, or perhaps you'd rather relax. There's always next time after all. When one daughter fails, start over and discover new corners of the world, as well as how many species of mushroom your daughter can become, and a treasure trove of bonus secrets and unlockables. Each daughter grown earns you spores, which can then be spent in between runs to buy permanent upgrades and improvements for future daughters, allowing you to cultivate your very own ever-growing personal garden. Unearth a vast fairy tale inspired world that is both fun and unusual, full of whimsical moments but also unexpected dark corners. Discover shocking new outcomes and twists in familiar events by replaying with a different daughter. Collect the memories of your past daughters in your very own mushroom almanac, choosing alternative paths to gain a more complete picture of this odd world, or perhaps even spending more time in a tale within a tale. Mushroom Musume is a cute but kinda creepy, choices matter, tama raising life sim with so many possible endings and multiple unique and shroomy daughters to collect, offering hours of fun and endless replayability, especially if you're a completionist like me. No two playthroughs will be the same, as both your choices and random RNG checks will pave the way for your daughter's life. If you love story-rich visual novels with a choose-your-own-adventure gameplay style, such as Coffee Talk Tamagotchi games with many different pets to collect and evolutions to discover, such as Pack-a-Pet, as well as mushrooms and cute magical girls, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Mushroom Musume, available right now on Steam. Next, we have the cute and cozy fantasy-inspired action-adventure, rendered in top-down hand-drawn pixel art graphics, Outrider Mako, releasing to Steam on the 23rd of June. In this new adventure, set in the fantastical Maoi world and residence of the gods, you will follow Mako on her quest to seek out the magical items they request and subsequently deliver them in nicely wrapped packages. After falling into this world by accident, you find yourself at the Boomin Delivery Center, a package delivery service run by a strange monster named Mozu. To return to your own world, you must become an outrider for the delivery center, collecting seal stamps from the gods to accumulate enough spirit energy to return. Tasked with the job of collecting rare items requested by these gods and hand delivering them in special packages, you will have to explore a mononoke-infested world to obtain items such as magical crystals, wrap them up nicely at a workbench, and then deliver them to your holy client. However, there is a slight problem. Some of these items can only be obtained by defeating very powerful enemies. All sorts of dangerous mononoke will interrupt your work, so it's up to you to learn their attacks and jump to avoid them, or on top of them for an offensive attack. Other than your trusty magic rod, you will gain access to all sorts of helpful items to assist you in battle, such as the red nectar, which can be used to slow enemies, as well as secondary weapons, elixirs, stakes, and more, ensuring you use them well to clear your path and ensure a smooth delivery. You can even obtain divine blessing talismans whilst on the job, which can be equipped to gain a variety of buffs, such as enhancing the effects of red nectar or raising the drop rate of certain items. However, beware, as some of the packages are addressed to rampaging gods, and although powerful, they are not invincible, and by identifying their weaknesses and fighting them with all your might, you can quell their anger and of course deliver their package. Outrider Mako has a super cute and mystical art style with a charming combination of both vibrant and dull colours, which really makes the characters and animations pop and the scenery come to life with a Ghibli-esque whimsy. With a fairly simple and intuitive combat system, this game is perfect for those just getting into combat games and maintains the precarious balance between cozy and chaotic. If you love precision platformers such as Celeste with a combat and ingredient farming twist similar to Hollow Knight, as well as exploring detailed pixel art worlds but with a goal to focus on in mind, then you should definitely check out Outrider Mako. The next game on the list is the cozy, cute and casual, wholesome shipping management and job sim, releasing for Steam with max support on the 23rd of June, Ship Inc. In this cozy job simulator, you will play as a packaging employee at a fast-paced parcel shipment company and run your very own shipping business. Follow the shipment orders, choose the package size and prepare parcels, upgrading your office as you progress and delivering your orders efficiently and safely to their new home. Sort, package and ship parcels to their correct destinations, whilst keeping up with the growing demands of a business in which every package counts. Follow shipment orders carefully, choose the correct box size, arrange items properly and seal them securely before shipping, ensuring each package reaches its destination safely, delivery information is precise, and fragile items are treated with caution during transit, as misplacing or damaging shipments could cost you. As you progress, new challenges and more complex orders will truly test your multitasking skills, and keep an eye on incoming orders and ship parcels correctly to maximize your efficiency, staying on top of customer demands by balancing increasing the speed and accuracy of your shipment. Then use the money you earn to improve your workspace, increase your storage capacity, and even unlock better shipping tools. Ship Ink looks super cute with a stylized and vibrant hand-drawn art style that sparks childlike joy. Reminiscent of Sticky Business, but with a focus on packing and shipping orders rather than designing, Ship Ink is like the older sibling with more in-depth features such as a store which you can visit to buy packing supplies, a bank, and even a law firm. Not to mention the best feature, a cute cat who will help aka hinder your packing process by deciding which cardboard box will be its newest home. If you love casual and cozy job and puzzle simulation games with adorable hand-drawn graphics such as Sticky Business and A Little to the Left, then you should definitely check out the free demo for Ship Ink, which is available right now on Steam. Next on the list is the cute, cozy and casual, relaxing decorating puzzler and life sim game, Campervan Make It Home, releasing sometime this June for Steam, including Mac support and the Nintendo Switch. In this game, you'll decorate and organise the campervan of your dreams and embark on a journey of self-discovery as you build your very own home on wheels, using a combination of creative block organisation puzzles and relaxing interior design. Make space in yourself for both your belongings and your own journey of discovery, all in the back of one cozy van as you play around with each of your decorative items, bringing along a four-legged friend to make your heart feel at ease and your campervan feel like home. Experience a Zen puzzle system as you feel the satisfaction of organising all the items in your luggage and finding the ideal home for each object, discovering the perfect fit, or experimenting with them at random, as you play through this meditative and creative experience at your own pace without pressure. Obtain new vans to decorate as you progress through your journey, lovingly designing the exterior of each van, as well as decorating its interior to make it as comfortable as possible. Adapt your van to each different destination you stop by on your journey, ranging from sunny beaches to snowy plains and secluded forests. Campervan Make It Home is super cute and has been one of my most highly anticipated games for this year, so I'm super excited for its release. It's absolutely adorable with a stunning art style, beautiful decorations and sceneries, and of course cute animal companions to take along your travels. The demo was super fun, so I'm sure the full release will live up to expectations. So if you love cute and casual puzzle games, as well as interior design and decorating your own cozy space, or maybe you've always wondered what van life would be like, travelling the world in a relaxing space of your own and stopping off at the cutest of locations, then you should definitely check out the demo for Campervan Make It Home. It's a decent length and it was really fun and definitely allows you to use a good range of the items available in the game, and it's free on Steam right now. Next on the list is the cozy and cute point-and-click size-changing puzzler and adventure, rendered in beautifully wholesome hand-drawn graphics and animation, The Guardian of Nature, releasing sometime this June for Switch, including Mac support in early access. In this brand new wholesome and casual adventure about the interconnectedness of nature, you will embark on a magical journey as the botanist and guardian of nature Henry, using your size-changing ability to explore nature both big and small, and solve solarpunk-inspired puzzles to help put nature back in order and save the tree of life. Explore natural environments above and below ground in large and small sizes, allowing you to not only wander through forests and gardens, but also access anthills or even fly on birds. Discover how nature is interconnected, all whilst finding and using helpful items, learning about the intricate inventions of the Guardian, and using the magical power of nature by solving solarpunk-inspired puzzles and filling up your book of nature with the discoveries you make along the way. Experience a wholesome story consisting of 3 episodes told in a linear order through fairy tale-inspired narration, each of which features a different environment to be explored and various puzzles to solve, and items to find which will assist you in connecting the dots before you can continue on with your journey towards the Tree of Life. As you progress through the game, you'll regularly find and collect nature cards, which will then reveal new pages in your book of nature, providing more information detailing the interconnectedness of nature, the ancient wisdom of the previous guardians, including how they learnt to harness the magical energy flow of mycelial networks underground to build solarpunk devices, and of course some hints to assist you in the continuation of your journey. The Guardian of Nature has the most adorable hand-drawn art style, reminiscent of a children's storybook, as well as wholesome themes and storytelling, making it one of the coziest games on this list. I love the incorporation of a size-changing puzzle mechanic, as I haven't really seen this done too much before, and when I have seen it in games, it's been more of an additional feature than the main premise of the game, so I'm super excited to see how this is incorporated into this game's challenges and puzzles. If you love adorable point-and-click puzzle games and adventuring through beautiful hand-drawn worlds, as well as solarpunk themes and looking after the natural world around you, then you should definitely check out The Guardian of Nature. And if you are a Switch user and you're loving the look of this one, then no worries, as it will be ported over upon full release. So the Switch 2 is finally out, and many people have opinions, myself included. Criticisms are mainly around the prices of the games, ranging from £66 for a digital copy up to £75, which is roughly $80 for a physical one, which is absolute daylight robbery, let's be honest, especially if you consider that most of these physical game cards will just be digital keys and do not actually come with the game pre-installed and ready to plug in and play. This is really sad to see, as although I know many other consoles have already been transitioning towards these digital key based physical cards, as someone who loved collecting Nintendo game cards on previous consoles, especially DS, I have so many physical DS cards on my bookshelf right now, just all lined up. To see Nintendo contributing to this death of physical media does break my heart a little bit, but what can I say? All large corporations are the same and they're all going to do what makes them the most money. So I do have a lot of opinions on the death of physical media, and not just in gaming, if you couldn't tell. So that's a topic I'd definitely make a video on if people wanted to see that, so do let me know in the comments. And the other large controversy with the Nintendo Switch 2 release is that Nintendo is now explicitly stating that those who buy their £400 console don't technically even own it. So while we've known this to be true for a while, for example when people's Switches were being bricked when they modded them, the fact that they have the audacity to openly say that this physical product that you've spent hundreds of pounds on is not even yours to own is really disgusting in my opinion. And I feel like they could have done it so much better. They could have just made a statement regarding the games being their intellectual property. Like, I completely understand that they don't want people pirating their games, but to get around this, instead of bricking your entire console that you paid hundreds of pounds for, the consequences could be something a little bit less extreme, like just blocking your online usage and banning your Nintendo account maybe, so you can still use this console, this physical item that you spent so much money on. But do let me know your opinions on this Nintendo Switch 2 release down in the comments below. Will you be buying one? I personally, as of right now, I'm not gonna. However, I will admit, as soon as there is talk of the next Animal Crossing, I will be changing my tune. Okay. Animal Crossing is my baby, what can I say? All current Switch games will be compatible with the Nintendo Switch 2. However, some of them will require an upgrade pack. For example, Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which would improve the resolution, frame rate, and also HDR support, but that is at an extra cost. And I personally find this pretty cheeky and kind of a cash grab, but at least they don't make you buy the whole game again, am I right? Is this really what the gaming industry has come to, that we're grateful for literally less than the bare minimum? Like, the bar is so low on the ground, is barely even there. But we can't talk about the Switch 2 release without talking about its release day games and some other exclusive games and new ports that will be releasing this month. So on a slightly more positive tune, let's talk about the newest release in the Mario Kart series, Mario Kart World, which will be releasing on the same day as the console, and it has brand new mechanics that we haven't seen before, and of course some beloved characters to play with. So in this newest installment of the beloved series, you'll hit the open road with Mario and friends as you zip along courses, both new and familiar, traversing through a vast world where everything is interconnected. Race across grassy plains, bustling cities, wide open waters, fiery volcanoes, and more, as well as everything in between them. Now this is a really interesting feature that we've never seen before: open world. So in this Mario Kart version, everywhere is your race course. So as you hop off of one course, you're going to race the distance to the next one. And you can drive wherever your heart takes you in the new free roam mode, which will allow you to explore any areas that pique your interest on the courses or off of them, and complete secret missions and discover special medallions, as well as snap some pics at some scenic spots using the game's dynamic weather and lighting to take your perfect picture. Now featuring 24 drive online multiplayer races with the well-known and beloved Grand Prix, which features 4 race cups as per usual, and the new Drive to Survive gameplay mode Knockout Tour. In this one, it is up to you to compete with 23 other drivers back to back with no pit stops along the way. There are 5 checkpoints between you and the finish line, and if you fall too far behind, you'll be eliminated. Not to mention the fun and additional gameplay modes returning from previous games. Of course, we've got time trials, versus race, balloon battle, and coin runners, absolutely iconic. And with familiar favourites and new additions to the cast, we've got Moo Moo Meadows Cow now, what a diva, as well as multiple unlockable outfits for the more humanoid characters. I can't wait to dress up Peach, but I'm not buying the Nintendo Switch 2, so I guess I'll be waiting a while. There are many combinations of drivers, vehicles and outfits to discover, not to mention there are multiple new power-up items, such as the ice flower, coin shell, a feather, mega mushroom and more. The new Yoshi restaurants, found all over the map, provide delicious drive-through treats, which will give you a short speed boost and can unlock new outfits for certain characters. And there's plenty of new tricks that you can use to leave your opponents in the dust, such as the charge jump, the rail ride, which looks really interesting. You can also now double trick, and there's also a brand new rewind feature, but that's only in single player. So I have quite a few thoughts on Mario Kart World, and while I was initially a hater upon first seeing it in the direct, I cannot lie, it has been growing on me. My initial thought is that the UI is absolutely disgusting. I still feel this way about it. It definitely feels more like that of a free app game than an $80 AAA title. But the art style of the characters has been growing on me, and I gotta admit that the graphics are a lot more crisp and smooth than Mario Kart 8 Deluxe on the Switch. But I mean, that's to be expected. If they weren't, we'd have a problem. And so the gameplay has changed as well. They have definitely nerfed the power-ups a bit. It doesn't take as long for you to get back up and running after you've been hit by a shell or whatever. But they've also added 24 driver races, so that's gonna make it more chaotic, so I can kind of understand why they've done that. And there's also a wider variety of power-ups, so I'm not gonna lose the chaos that I so loved in Mario Kart 8, which is great. And the new knockout tour mode actually looks really fun, and I'm definitely intrigued to see what people will be able to do with the rail and wall riding features, as well as the new tricks. I feel like there's gonna be some crazy time travels. People are really gonna go crazy, and I'll never be able to compete with it. Honestly, you're all a bunch of sweats. I don't know how you do it. So that's all really great, but I'm definitely gonna miss the craziness that was mirror mode and also 200cc races. Why did you get rid of 200cc? It's so chaotic, it's so fun, always crashing into the walls. It was brilliant. Please can we have that back? So if you loved racing against your friends and family in the previous Mario Kart games, but you always wanted an open world to drive around, or maybe a more chaotic experience with double the number of players, then you will love Mario Kart World. So next on the list we have the Switch 2 release of the popular 2-player co-op adventure, taking place across a fantasy-inspired multiverse, Split Fiction, that also releases on the same day as the console. In this unique action-adventure experience from the developers of It Takes Two, you and a friend will play as Mio and Zoe, contrasting authors of the sci-fi and fantasy genres who become trapped in their own stories after being hooked up to a machine designed to steal their creative ideas. How dystopian. Platform across worlds, solve challenging puzzles, and rely on each other to break free with your memories intact. Work together to master a variety of new abilities and mechanics introduced throughout the story, and coordinate your actions and timing to overcome diverse challenges, all while jumping between sci-fi and fantasy-themed worlds in this unexpected tale of friendship. One minute you're taming adorable dragons, and the next you're fighting as cyber ninjas, escaping terrifying trolls, and then dodging hover cars thrown by a robotic parking attendant. I did mention this game in my previous video for April releases, and while I've yet to actually get to this game because I'm trying to avoid giving EA money at the moment, it has good reviews on Steam, and I did really enjoy playing the devs' previous game. I would just really love to see them self-publish in the future so that I can just give them all my money without feeling so guilty. If you love a fun multiplayer adventure and platformer with just the right amount of challenging puzzles to solve, such as It Takes Two, as well as sci-fi stories like Cyberpunk and raising magical creatures in games like Critter Cafe, then you should definitely check this one out. Next on the list is the cute, cozy and wholesome, fast-paced and story-rich co-op survival and life sim, Survival Kids, which will be releasing for the Switch 2 on the 5th of June. When four curious kids stumble upon an ancient and tattered map in a dusty old attic, an unexpected adventure is sparked to life. Setting out to sea upon a ramshackle boat, the children are hurled into a hidden world brimming with danger and mystery after a ferocious storm destroys their ship. In this survival craft adventure, it's up to you to help the kids work together and find their way home after finding themselves stranded on a series of unique items set upon the back of giant wurtles. With 4-player online and 2-player local co-op, you and your friends will explore, chop, craft, fish, cook, solve puzzles, and more, all while surviving everything the islands throw at you, mastering the island's challenges, obtaining the harmony stones, and using them to tame the storm to make your way home safely. With an intuitive crafting system and an infinite and easily filtered inventory, there is no need for complicated menus or management. Just gather the materials you need and you're good to craft. Crafting, exploring, and your tools are all designed with multiplayer in mind, working better when you're together with a friend. While you may choose to fell a tree alone, with a friend working alongside you, you can bring it down with half the effort. Whether playing with friends online or family and local couch co-op, the best Survival Kids experience is played together. So what are you waiting for? Island vistas await you, each bursting to life and rendered in vibrant and cartoonish visuals, set to a playful soundtrack, and paired with simple gameplay mechanics and an accessible UI. It's definitely an experience sure to captivate players of all ages and abilities. Survival Kids looks like a super fun and relaxing time with friends, focusing on teamwork and quality time spent together through a childlike lens, and is definitely the perfect way to rekindle an old friendship or reminisce with a sibling. If you love island exploration and adventure games such as Hello Kitty Island Adventure or Coral Island, as well as farming, fishing, collecting resources, and all your favourite life sim activities, but now optimised to play with a friend, then you should definitely check out Survival Kids. Next on the list, we have the cozy and casual beloved block-based puzzler with a twist, Puyo Tetris 2S, which will be releasing for the Switch 2 also on the 5th of June, with a physical release in America and Japan, but I don't think in Europe, so sorry to us physical media loving Europeans, sucks. In this game, you'll enter a newly enhanced dimension of the puzzle challenge where the world-renowned Tetris game and Japan's beloved Puyo series blend together in the ultimate puzzle match of line clearing and Puyo popping fun. Stack, chain and combo your way to victory in traditional Puyo and Tetris, or mix them together in this unique crossover. Now featuring a brand new doubles mode in which you can complete in 2v2 pair battles using a single board to pull off devastating combos, as well as a multi-dimensional story in the game's extensive adventure mode, and a bounty of competitive local and online modes featuring support for up to 4 players in which you compete with your friends and family, with an absolutely packed roster, 40 playable characters including iconic ones such as Sonic the Hedgehog and more, each with their own unique stats and abilities to carry with you into the robust RPG-inspired skill battle mode, strategizing moves and selecting your characters to your advantage. If you love both Puyo popping and Tetris line clearing, as well as puzzle games that tell a story, and duking out with friends to prove who is the better strategist, then you should definitely check out Puyo Tetris 2S. And the last Nintendo Switch game I want to talk about is the cute, cozy and casual shop management and creature companion sim, Tamagotchi Plaza, which will be releasing for both versions of the Switch, yippee, on the 27th of June, including a physical copy. In this latest installment of the Tamagotchi Connection Corner Shop series, set in Tamahiko Town, you'll work to create a vibrant plaza and make it come to life with cute creature customers. Enhance the reputation of each shop by taking orders, interacting with the special Tamagotchi visitors who drop by, and helping each customer to solve their unique problems. With 12 charming shops available to visit in the base game, from the dentist where cavities are treated to the eyewear shop where you can create the perfect pair of glasses, to the afternoon tea shop in which you will fulfill customer orders and create table settings of sweet treats and cozy drinks to suit their needs, and much more. There are lots of Tamagotchi to serve, and as the shop's reputation improves, new customers will visit and the variety of possible orders will grow. And for the first time in the series, an offline 2-player mode is now available in some shops, so you can collaborate or compete with your friends and family in local couch co-op, completing enjoyable tasks together. Interact with the adorable Tamagotchi of your lively plaza, listening to and solving their problems, fulfilling their requests and helping them find missing items, or serving them in your thriving shops. With over 100 unique Tamagotchi in Tamahiko Town, all enjoying their time freely, keep an eye out for your favourite. Not to mention, there is lots of fun bonus content for owners of the Tamagotchi Uni, the latest Tamatoy, and by linking your Uni, you will gain access to exclusive items, special events, and unique conversations. And in addition, those with a Nintendo Switch 2 can purchase the Upgrade Pack Edition, which features a secret shop as well as 3 exclusive shops, making use of the device's new mouse controls, including a fresh sushi shop and a swirling shuriken shop. Tamagotchi Plaza looks absolutely adorable and is definitely a release that I'm interested in checking out. From its cutesy graphics to its charming characters and fun minigames, there is no better game to heal your inner child. If you loved collecting Tamagotchi during your childhood, or maybe you still do like me, and you reminisce about the Tamagotchi Connection Corner Shop game from the DS, then you should definitely check out Tamagotchi Plaza, and the good news is that it's also available for the Switch 1. So before we dive into Infinity Nikki 1.6 next week, although it may be right around the corner when this video goes live, I want to talk about the absolute shit show that was the 1.5 Bubble Season update and Steam release, and some steps steps that I think Infold definitely needs to take in order to recover their player faith going forwards, in which this coming update will be absolutely critical. For those of you who don't really play Infinity Nikki but you're interested in the goss, let's just say Infold made some shockingly bad decisions during the release of the 1.5 update, which has led players to quote-unquote girlcott the game after the word boycott was actually banned from official social media channels. That's right, people getting banned from the Discord for using the word boycott, and also the Reddit, I believe, as well. And that's also led people to negatively review bomb the game on Steam, giving it overwhelmingly negative score after its launch on there. So to sum things up, player frustration is mainly from a combination of Infold's greed and monetization practices, which are very shady. Of course, it's a gacha game, they're gonna be, but they're getting worse. And also the new update released in a very broken and buggy state, which left the game actually unplayable to some players. And by unplayable, I mean literally locking them out of their account. So as of now, the bugs seem to be mostly resolved from what I've seen, but if you're still experiencing errors, then feel free to let me know down in the comments below. Everybody's experience will be different. So Infold has actually delayed the 1.6 release, stating that after the, and I quote, insufficient preparation during pre-release testing to unexpected live issues, they will be extending version 1.5's end date to ensure greater stability and prevent similar issues from reoccurring. So this is definitely a step in the right direction, because delaying the release is definitely better than releasing a second broken update. And we do love to see some accountability, but their lack of testing was not the only issues that players had with this update. Another controversy with this new update was that they removed the Ina's Calling tutorial introduction from the game. You will be missed, babe. This effectively changed the backstory of the game and removed who the players thought was going to be an important character. Additionally, when speaking with the seer, without including too many spoilers, she essentially retcons the original first act of the main story from the game's initial release, including, this kind of spoilers, but Giovanni's wish to the wishing one using the Orion vase. It makes the story feel so poorly thought out and unplanned, and it seems as though this dialogue was just sloppily added as an afterthought to try and make the new Sea of Stars intro make more sense, which is really disappointing. I found the original story to be really fun and interesting. I'd see it just essentially reset just to make way for this Sea of Stars update, which is just a multiplayer round that doesn't seem to be that important to the main single player story anyway. I definitely feel like the multiplayer feature and world could have been introduced in a much better way that didn't contradict or take away from the existing single player experience. I personally, in my opinion, Ina's intro is still canon. Screw the Sea of Stars, I don't care. Infold faced further scrutiny after the release of the new 5-star limited time banners was revealed, with each outfit requiring 11 5-star pulls to complete. For those of you who are not familiar with Infinity Nikki's gachapon system, which is essentially gambling and is therefore regulated under EU laws, to acquire one of these 5-star outfits can now set you back over $440 if you're to purchase the resonance crystals from the store. Not to mention, the game store is also featured a bathtub item, which was discounted from $70. While I still think that Infinity Nikki's monetization system is much less predatory than its app game predecessors, and honestly I almost didn't even pick it up because of my experiences with those games, I'm not going to sugarcoat the fact that this is a blatant cash grab, and paying players understandably about like this ridiculous price was a slap in the face. I mean, you could buy the Switch 2. You could buy the Switch 2 and Mario Kart, what we were just talking about, with that money, or you could have a virtual dress. I know which one I'd rather have. To further slap fans in the face, Infold decided to patch a glitch with the Crimson Phoenix 5-star limited resonance outfit, in which the Everflame Nirvana ability had an exploit which allowed for players to float longer than expected. This caused massive backlash, and what was thought to be a feature of the outfit was essentially nerfed. However, as a result of this backlash, Infold did quickly revert this patch the following day, and while this is a step in the right direction, and it definitely means that complaining about these things will get us somewhere, this probably shouldn't have happened in the first place if players thought it was a feature, and there are definitely other things Infold could do in the future to take on player feedback, as after all, we the players, especially those who make digital purchases, are the backbone of the game, and we do allow for the continuation of its development. So what else could Infold do better? Instead of quickly reverting changes players don't like, such as the nullification of the Crimson Phoenix outfit, Infold should just consult the players before these changes even occur, especially these features that players have paid real money into, such as the limited time resonance outfits. They could easily do this on so many social media outlets, such as Discord and Instagram, or even include surveys in the PayPal app within the game for these changes. They include surveys anyway about the updates, and you get rewards for doing them, so I definitely think that a survey on, hey, we're thinking of making this change, what do you think, would have been beneficial. And as I mentioned earlier, it's good to see that they've delayed a 1.6 update to make sure that it's released in a stable and playable state, especially because larger updates like this one with the inclusion of multiplayer, there's more likely to go wrong, and it may be beneficial for Infold to hire more playtesters for these larger updates, like independent playtesters on a contract maybe, and that just allow them to ensure that everything's running smoothly and as expected before the public release. You know, more playtesters can find more bugs in the same amount of time, so they can still get these updates out by the deadline that they've set for themselves. And I definitely think that, especially on updates that are heavily monetized, such as the 1.5 update, which saw a 200% price markup on some store items, that they should definitely not be releasing broken. And they should also definitely be treating their players and their fan base with more respect. For example, when they created the 5-star resonance outfits with 11 pieces rather than the usual 10, then they should have increased the likelihood of a 5-star pull for those banners to balance it out and make it still fair. But clearly the Infinity Nikki player base is willing to stand up for themselves, and further cash grabs will not be taken lightly. I'm personally still playing the game, partly because I'm a free-to-play player anyway, so it didn't really affect me, and I definitely think that the game can be fun and enjoyable without spending any money, but I can completely understand why other players may decide to girl-cot the game, especially if they've put money into it, and I'll definitely consider this a strike against the game, and I won't hesitate to step away from the fandom if further controversies arise, because that's not a developer that I want to support. Money-hungry development team that doesn't care about its fan base. It wouldn't be the first time that I cut off a fandom for predatory monetization practices, and it certainly won't be the last. And I definitely encourage everyone watching to vote with your wallet when it comes to situations like these, as that is the only power that we have as consumers. So, as some of you may know, I disappeared last month to sit some exams, and they did go well, so that's good. But I still wanted to mention some of my highly anticipated May releases that I can't wait to check out now that I'm done. So, without further ado, the first of my May mentions is the story-rich fantasy Belle Epoque France-inspired RPG, which does contain some language and violence, just some mature content warning. And this game features a groundbreaking turn-based combat, which is taking the gaming world by storm, and is actually predicted by Mr. Mochi to be the game of the year, which is very high praise coming from him. And that game is Clair Obscur Expedition 33. So in this brand new adventure, you will lead the members of Expedition 33 on their quest to destroy the paintress so that she can never paint death again, all while exploring a whimsical world of wonders and battling the unique and devastating enemies that you face in dynamic turn-based fights using real-time reactionary mechanics, making battles more immersive and addictive than ever. Once a year, the paintress wakes and paints a cursed number upon her monolith, and everyone past their age turns to smoke and fades away. Year by year, that number ticks down and more are erased. Tomorrow, she'll wake and paint 33. And tomorrow, another expedition will depart on their final mission, destroy the paintress so she can never paint death again. With only 1 year left to live, join Gustave, Maëlle, and their fellow expeditioners as they embark upon a desperate quest to break the paintress's cycle of death, following the trail of those who came before and discover the fate that befell them. In this evolution of JRPGs, real-time actions enhance the heart of turn-based combat. Craft unique builds for your expeditioners that fit your playstyle via gear, stats, skills, and character synergies, where no two playthroughs will be the same. Open an active dimension in turn-based combat as you dodge, parry, and counter in real time, chaining combos by mastering attack rhythms, and targeting enemy weak points using a free aim system. Explore an enchanting realm populated by surreal your adversaries as you wander through breathtaking landscapes from the Island of Visages to the Forgotten Battlefield, discovering secrets and hidden quests along the way. Find allies of fortune in creatures of legend, recruiting special companions to access new travel methods, and discovering the secrets of a fully interactive open world, all rendered in stunning graphics and set to a heartbreaking soundtrack. I'm definitely a little late to the party with this one, but hey, life's been a little hectic, and with the Steam summer sale right around the corner, I might as well wait a little bit longer. But this game is definitely one I will be picking up then. The graphics are stunning, the gameplay, from what I have heard from my partner and others, immaculate. The storyline I've also been told is engaging and beautifully written, and this is all coming from someone who is fairly picky when it comes to video games in comparison to me anyways, so I definitely cannot wait to check this one out, and I'm really excited to see a more active turn-based combat. Normally it's very passive and you just sit there waiting for your turn, just like watching what's going on. I see memes about Baldur's Gate where it's like waiting for my turn and they just go around doing household chores because it takes so long for your turn. So I really love that there's something you can be doing, and even when it's not your turn to attack, you can still be actively taking part. And of course, it's not just Mr. Mochi raving about this one, as Clair Obscur has actually achieved a whopping 86,000 reviews on Steam that are overwhelmingly positive, which is amazing. It's only been like a month since it released. That's crazy. Players appreciate pretty much everything this game has to offer, from the stunning visuals to absolute banger of an OST, and of course the compelling and heart-wrenching story that many have likened to watching a movie but you control the characters. This game is definitely a product of passion and love with incredible attention to detail, and it's hard to believe that games like this are still being made in the big 25. Like, honestly, it gives me some hope for the gaming industry and community as a whole. And once again, I cannot wait to play it, and I'm sure it'll be the absolute masterpiece that everyone I know has hyped it up to be. So if you love a story-rich turn-based combat RPG set in a fantasy world such as Baldur's Gate, but you wish that more turn-based games had a more reactive combat mechanism, and you love exploring detailed and stunning worlds to banging music, then you need, and I mean need, because I'm going to be checking out too, we need to check out Clair Obscur. The next main mention is the cozy, casual and relaxing create your own story life sim, set in a charming open world, rendered in stunning pixel graphics to Pixelia. In this brand new life sim, you'll create your very own unique story, exploring a vibrant and bustling city, or maybe living a calming life in a rural town, meeting the locals and climbing a career ladder of your choice as you live your dream life but made of pixels. Your story begins once you step off the bus that brought you to Pixelia. From there on, only your imagination can decide how things will go. Create your Pixelian story on your own terms, customizing your character's appearance to your heart's content. With dozens of options for hairstyles, facial hair, clothing, accessories and tattoos, you can create a unique look for your character and express your personal fashion style. Visit the real estate office to rent or buy a property, which can then be furnished with a variety of options to suit your individual style, turning your house into a true home. Live your life however you want, whether that is composing your own songs, cooking your favourite meal and reading books to discover new recipes, or experimenting with a variety of ingredients to create your own, or driving any type of vehicle you desire, from motorcycles and cars to rowboats. As long as you make sure to take care of your needs and health to avoid getting sick, the world is your oyster. Start with low-tier jobs such as a cleaner, baker or butcher, and with dedication and hard work, you will soon be able to make it to the top. With no limit to what you can become, choose from careers such as a painter, basketball player, underground fighter, politician, supermodel, or even a president if you are ambitious enough. Or maybe the world of art is calling to you. Become a musician, composing your own songs and making albums, or start a band and play local gigs and concerts to expand your fame and gain new fans. Perhaps you'll be caught up in a life of crime, fighting and looting to gain respect and fear among other Pixelians. With hundreds of Pixelians, there's no way you can get along with all of them, so use your punches to make your point. Or if you want to duke it out in a more legal way, try your hand at becoming an underground boxer and fight against other professionals. I've had my eye on 2 Pixelia for quite a while now, as it looks so fun and there is so much to do in this game, from living the life of a famous musician to that of a criminal. I genuinely feel that in this game you can literally be anyone or anything, and not to mention it has the most beautiful, vibrant pixel art style, which is super captivating and charming. Initially, 2 Pixelia did receive some mixed reviews on Steam, however at the time of recording its Steam reviews have increased to mostly positive, with players enjoying the freedom to choose your own path and likening it to old Sims spin-off game the herbs, which I can kind of see. However, many reviewers state that the game feels early access and lackluster and have found many bugs, although not to the point that the game is unplayable. It definitely has the potential to be a good game if the developers keep working on it, but considering that this is supposedly the final product, its current state has actually put me off buying this one for now. But I will definitely be checking back in the future though, to see if the game improves and for any future updates. If you love life sim games where the world is your oyster and you can be anyone you want, then the charming pixel graphics and relaxing open world of 2 Pixelia might just be for you. Next, we have the exciting early access release of the cozy, cute and casual life and dating sim set in a quaint and pixelated 2D London Little Sim world. Welcome to your new life in the heart of a little city full of charm, dreams and surprises. Design your perfect home, meet quirky locals and become friends, or maybe more. Build your daily routine and live your life at your own pace in this unique and custom story written by you. You've just moved into a new city, your house is a bit of a fixer-upper and you don't know anyone yet, but somehow that's kind of exciting. Customize your very own little, from personality traits to face and hairstyle, with loads of cute and cool options to be your best and truest self, or be someone else entirely. And whenever you're feeling tired of your look or just fancy something new, then feel free to pop by the local salon for a fresh trim or a makeup retouch. Dress the way you feel, not just the way you look. Whether it's bold, comfy, quirky or classic, there's an outfit for every side of you. Shop, colour, save, repeat and watch your wardrobe grow alongside your story. Little London might not be big, but it's packed with life and full of love, and most importantly, yours to explore with no loading screens or transitions, just the entire open world at your disposal. Drop by at Simon's Pub or the Moon Cafe for a good meal, or just grab some snacks on the go from the food trucks located around town. From groceries at Let's Go to furniture at Futon, Little London offers everything you need to live your perfect pixel life. Don't forget to pop by the museum with any unique items you find, check and expand your collections, or pick out a new book at the library to start learning a new skill. Discover notice boards dotted around the city, each filled with little requests from your neighbours in need. From small requests and quaint favours to tiny acts of care, help out whenever you can to earn a bit of money and get to know the locals. While you're busy living your new life to the fullest, don't forget to take care of your little. With 8 different stats you'll need to manage, from your health and happiness to your comfort and bladder, every activity, whether it's crafting, working out or fishing, will affect your needs in unique ways, so make sure to plan accordingly to ensure your health stays balanced. Each little has their own set of skills and interests, and around the city you'll find lots of ways to grow and develop them. From fishing by the lake to painting and selling your work at the art park, or maybe you'll become a master chef by cooking delicious meals, become the strongest bodybuilder by hitting the gym, or become a best-selling author by honing your writing skills. Or perhaps you'll enroll your little at the local university, heading to daily classes, meeting new people and working towards the right degree for you, and developing your skills that way. As you develop your little skills, you'll unlock special rewards like new outfits, new interactions, and most importantly, perks. Upon reaching certain skill levels, you'll be able to choose a perk that boosts your abilities and helps you be even better at the things you love doing. A new city means a new home, and once you first move in, you'll find that yours will need a lot of love. But luckily, in Little Sim World, everything's customizable. From wallpaper patterns to furniture colours, you'll be able to tailor each little corner of your home to fit your own unique taste and style, repaint walls, swap out furniture, expand your plot, or just bulldoze the whole thing and start from scratch. Little London is full of life, with loads of charming characters around town for you to meet and build connections with, each with their own personality, dreams and backstory. From a melancholic boat captain hoping to reconnect with his son, to a barista who dreams of becoming an idol. Soon you'll notice that the real magic of Little London comes not from the place but from the people who live in it. Maybe someone special will catch your eye, from the serious and mysterious head of the university student council to the go big or go home fitness influencer. There are a few characters who might become more than just friends if you're open to it. Life's not always easy, even in a cozy city like Little London, and when a mysterious newcomer shows up with plans that could change everything for their own profit, it's up to you and your new friends to protect the place that has become your home. This story needs someone to stand up for what matters, and that someone might just be you. It's nice doing things solo, but sometimes life's better with friends, right? In multiplayer mode, up to 5 players can play and build memories together, sharing a house or just dropping by for a casual visit. This story is all yours to write as you wish. I've had Little Sim World on my radar for a few years at this point, and so I'm really excited for this early access release, and quite frankly, this may be one of the few occasions where I do actually buy a game in early access. Its cartoony art style is so vibrant and stunning, and it looks like there is so much to do even in this early access version. So far, Little Sim World has very positive reviews on Steam, with players enjoying the relaxing gameplay and the variety of content, despite the bugs, which are constantly being updated and patched as the devs are very active, occasional crashes, and the roughened hedges of an early access release. However, some users found the UI to be difficult to navigate and some of the gameplay to be a bit confusing at times, and another complaint that came up was a lack of meaningful interaction with NPCs, especially considering the game is a life sim, and we can only hope that these issues are resolved in future updates. While some users love the game and say go for it, there are a few who do not believe the game is worth its price point in its current state, so I probably recommend getting this one on a good sale if you are interested in checking it out. If you love life sim games like The Sims, but you want to play from the third person perspective of a single character, like in games like Stardew Valley and Coral Island, rather than micromanaging an entire family, and you want that to double as a dating sim, then you should definitely check out Little Sim World. The next May release I want to talk about is the highly anticipated, cute and casual action-adventure and slow living RPG, Fantasy Life I, The Girl Who Steals Time. In this whole new slow life RPG, you will step into a world in which you can freely switch between 14 unique jobs or so-called lives, and enjoy a carefree time in a fancy world. Fish, cook, shape the island to your liking, or team up with friends to battle monsters across the vast world as you decide what kind of life you'd like to live. Set sail on an adventure with the archaeologist Edward and his team, following the light emanating from a dragon's fossil to discover an uncharted and deserted island, unravel a tale of a vast abyss, a dragon made of bone, and a girl whose message begs to save the world, as you travel between the island that thrived 1,000 years ago and its present-day counterpart to solve the mystery of its downfall. Play through and master each of the 14 lives available to you, each with their own unique characteristics that provide various ways to enjoy yourself. Collect ingredients or materials with gathering lives, create weapons or cook dishes with crafting lives, or fight monsters with combat lives. Switch between any life at any time to create a gameplay experience that is uniquely yours. Use lives to gather materials and restore the island to its former glory. Not only can you place houses and objects, but you can also alter the landscape and draw rivers and roads to create a truly unique island. Expand your house, place some furniture, and decorate the interior however you'd like to make it your true home. Freely explore the largest continent in the series, climbing ledges, swimming across rivers and lakes, or riding on adorable mounts to explore this brand new open world without limit. Enjoy multiplayer with up to 4 friends, inviting them to your island to explore dungeons together, or finding your own ways to have fun. With 2 controllers, you can also use a 2-player family co-op feature, allowing for a secondary player travel companion without an online connection. I've been highly anticipating Fantasy Life I for a while now, and after multiple delays it's finally here, although a bit out of my budget at the moment, so I will have to wait a little bit longer to check it out. It does look like the perfect combination between classic farming sims like Stardew Valley with the terraforming and decorating of Animal Crossing New Horizons, and of course it has plenty of its own unique content to hold its own against any comparison, from temples and bosses to a unique storyline. Its graphic style evokes a feeling of nostalgia, almost as though it belongs to the 3DS but with a higher poly refreshed look, and its vibrant colour palette definitely gives the game a childlike charm. Since its release, Fantasy Life has accumulated very positive reviews on Steam, and in particular players enjoy the wide variety of content and different skills and jobs you can take on, as well as the fun gameplay loop and captivating story, with many players reporting that the game is well worth the $60 price tag. However, other players are reporting that the game's multiplayer is, and I quote, a dumpster fire with very limited activities and even a time limit. Therefore, if you're looking to play the single player, then it looks like you'll have an absolute blast, but if you're looking for a multiplayer experience, then this one might be worth a skip. If you love action, adventure and exploration games such as those in the My Time at Portia series, as well as farming, fishing and cooking in beloved licenses like Stardew Valley and Story of Seasons, as well as customizing terraforming your very own island in Animal Crossing New Horizons, then you should definitely check out Fantasy Life I. Another interesting title that released this May was the story-rich detective-inspired visual novel and conversation sim with a drink-making twist, Best Served Cold. In this murder mystery set in a bustling speakeasy, you will serve customers, make friends and enemies, and solve crimes. At the nightcap bar, prohibition is a killer, and so are some of your customers. In an alternate history Europe, the nightcap is the last speakeasy in town and you're pouring the drinks, while your customers spill their secrets. Mix and serve cocktails with a twist as you become a detective, all while trying to save your bar. Listen to your clientele's stories and learn about their lives as you unravel a mystery that touches every layer of Bukovi society. From the drunken dandies splashing cash on cocktails to the crooked cops and seedy lowlifes who try to rope you into their shady schemes. A good bartender knows the art of conversation is just as important as the ability to pour libations. So, listen carefully and keep your wits about you as you delight, charm, or even threaten your patrons to get the information you need. With a cast of 22 unique and engaging characters, it's up to you to choose who you can trust, who will have your back, and who will stab you in it. Over the course of 5 cases, you'll have to explore every clue and question every suspect to save lives and your business. It's time to flip that sign to open, turn up the jazz, and welcome your first customers of the night. Bukovi may be a city in strife, with labour strikes, rationing, unrest, and the shadow of war looming, but instead of cowering in fear, its citizens flock to dance halls and speakeasies. And in this world of dwindling light, your speakeasy is a refuge. Though the city may soon burn, cocktails are always best served cold. Best Served Cold has a stunning art style that somehow encapsulates a feeling of nostalgia but with a modern twist. And with fun puzzles to solve to make delicious cocktails, guests to chat to, and a murder mystery to solve, this game is the perfect combination of a casual drink-making conversation sim and a classic detective mystery. And at the time of recording, it has very positive reviews on Steam, with players enjoying the well-written storyline and characters, and the feeling of satisfaction as you connect clues and piece information together. However, some players found the gameplay loop to be too repetitive with limited gameplay mechanics, so I definitely feel like there is a specific target audience for this game. If you love story-rich visual novels with a little drink making on the side, such as Coffee Talk and Valhalla, but this time with an old-timey Americana detective twist, in which you have to solve a murder mystery, Best Served Cold is perfect for Cluedo and cocktail lovers alike. The next May mention is the early access release of the cozy pixel art farming sim and platformer set in a post-apocalyptic world, Doloc Town. In this new farming sim with a twist, you will build your very own dream farm from scratch and exploring mysterious wasteland, all while harvesting, planting, building, and uncovering the untold stories of this forgotten world. Embark on a journey to Doloc Town, a post-apocalyptic oasis filled with abandoned ruins, unique architecture, and folks of all kinds, to revitalize an empty land and get to know its locals. Thrive and discover your destiny as you delve deeper into this mysterious yet charming territory. Gather resources to build your farm from the ground up as you tend crops, build, craft, cook, cast your line, and so much more. Construct charming buildings, upgrade your homestead, and craft handy tools to turn your quiet patch of land into a thriving countryside haven. Explore an unknown territory where intricate valleys, treacherous wetlands, and abandoned ruins await, scouting its vast untouched wilderness in search of secret relics, treasures, and more. At the heart of the map lies Doloc Town, a post-apocalyptic sanctuary built from the remnants of trains and collapsed bridges. Connect with its villagers and share a drink to uncover the hidden stories of this land. Survive the harsh elements of this post-apocalyptic world, from scorching heat waves to deadly acid rains and beyond. Protect your crops and adapt to unpredictable weather conditions to keep your farmland thriving. Can you endure nature's fury? If you know me, you know that I love a farming sim with a twist, and Doloc Town is just that. With its super cute and vibrant pixel graphics and unique post-apocalyptic world, there is so much to do and many places to explore, so you definitely won't run out of content from this cozy hidden gem. So far, the early access release of Doloc Town has very positive reviews on Steam, the players enjoying its chill vibes and unique themes, and many users comparing their experience to Stardew Valley. The post-apocalyptic farming mechanics, in which you must contend with hostile weather and limited options, definitely seems intriguing to me, and people find the speed of progression to be enjoyable and the story to be compelling. However, some players have reported some bugs, which is to be somewhat expected with a brand new early access release. Overall, I personally really like the look of this game and will definitely be checking it out eventually, but probably not this early into its early access release, as I do prefer to wait for full releases nowadays. If you love a farming sim with a twist, such as Coral Island or Fields of Mystria, and you also love exploration and life sim games set in post-apocalyptic worlds, such as the My Time at Portia series and The Wandering Village, and you love building and farming for resources in 2D pixel art Terraria style scrollers, then you should definitely check out Doloc Town. Another May mention, which also released in early access, is the cozy and casual relaxing city builder and medieval management sim, City Tales Medieval Era. In this medieval city builder, you will unleash your creativity to shape vast cities that break outside a traditional grid, planning each district to your citizens' needs and aiding your companions in their tale to create a city to be proud of. Become the leader your people need, shaping a fertile landscape from a humble encampment into a thriving medieval realm, brimming with life and filled with hope, and providing them with the means to thrive. A keen ear and wise decisions will be essential to building a prosperous kingdom, shaped by the needs and desires of its people, and with skilled companions by your side, whose fates are entwined with your city, and whose skills will develop under your guidance. You will not be alone in this task. Start your new realm in one of the 2 beautiful locations available and start growing an organic city as you forsake rigid grids and instead shape towns that grow naturally over time. Manage your economy, balancing resources with your citizens' needs to nurture your city's prosperity, and enjoy rewarding gameplay in a beautiful medieval world where challenges emerge naturally as your city evolves at a relaxing pace. Break free from the shackles of rigid design, crafting living, breathing settlements with the unique district drafting tool. Your villagers' frequent pathways will carve organic, winding roads and shape an ever-evolving landscape of your city and farmlands. Every district's needs and desires are shaped by its residents, some of which will flock to the tavern, while others prefer the peace and quiet of a church. But in the end, each area will evolve based on your choices. Guide the pulse of a thriving economy by managing resources wisely and making swift and strategic decisions to lay the foundation for your city. Utilize your companions' wit and skill by placing them in charge of key production and watching them grow into their roles, unlocking bonuses for buildings, training future apprentices to take their place, and overall bringing a combination of strength and knowledge to both your city's economy and story. With 9 dear companions, each one of them will have their own problems and missions for you. Help them and intertwine their fates with your own, bringing even more depth to your city and its people. With a variety of decorations, truly make the city your own by customizing buildings and streets to make a show of your prosperity. City Tales is graced with a gentle atmosphere and a hand-painted vibrancy that breathes warmth and wonder into every stone and timber. Discover how you'd like to flow with this land and paint your own story. Whether you choose to optimize your production chains, pursue your personal goals, or help others grow their skills, there are no wrong choices in this fully customizable tale that is yours to tell, and your decisions will determine how your city unfolds, allowing for endless replayability. So far, the early access release of City Tales Medieval Era has very positive reviews on Steam, with players enjoying its easy and intuitive mechanics and detailed but unfinished storyline. One issue many reviewers experienced though, especially later into the game, was a lot of lag. However, other players have noted that the dev team has a very active Discord community and takes on any feedback and bug reports, so hopefully these creases will be ironed out in the near future. Overall, in the game's current state, it is probably not worth its price point, but if you're looking to check it out, I would recommend waiting for a sale. If you love medieval city builders and management sims, such as Lakeburg Legacies and The Sims Medieval, as well as the building mechanics of games like Tiny Glade, then you should definitely check out City Tales Medieval Era. The next May mention is the early access release of the cozy, cute and casual farming and tavern management sim Dragon Song Tavern. In this enchanting story of 2 adventurous siblings, Gracie the warrior and Elio the bard, you will build your very own tavern on a private island and host a diverse array of guests. Gather local and exotic ingredients to craft delicious dishes in the kitchen, chat with your companions, pet mythical creatures and enjoy laid-back moments. After impulsively buying a rundown building by the seaside in a coastal trading town, the pair discover a baby dragon and decide to run a tavern together, forming bonds with the local town residents and forging new friendships. Choose to play as either sibling or customize your very own unique character to begin your journey, and on your beautiful seaside farmstead, you'll grow various crops, care for your plants, and enjoy the pleasures of harvest and tranquility, with over 40 different plant ingredients to discover and a stunning landscape to enjoy. There are plenty of fishing spots under the waterfall and a bountiful coastline, and there are always a variety of different fish to catch to add to your dishes, including some exciting and elusive rare and strange fish that you may encounter on your adventures, such as a glowing fish from the dark caves. Construct many useful buildings on your farm, from the mill which will allow you to grind your wheat into flour, the dairy workshop which produces cheese and other dairy products, the meat workshop which allows you to make sausages and ham, to the cellar where you can brew the finest of wines. Customize and decorate your room and tavern to your liking, choosing from various furniture and decorations to create a unique personal space that reflects your style, and then open your recipe book and decide what dishes will be on tonight's menu, preparing each ingredient accordingly before the tavern opens. A large number of customers have arrived at the tavern, each of which seems have their own story to tell. Get to know each one and maybe even trigger some special quests. Don't forget to participate in the food festival and matches, which are great opportunities to showcase your culinary skills. Embark on exciting quests across various maps, engaging in strategic turn-based battles to uncover new and mysterious ingredients to use in your recipes. Along the way, you will cook, brew, craft and manage your tavern, all while customizing your rooms, collecting rare items, outfitting your character, and delving into rich companion stories and the world's deep lore. Explore more than 8 various adventure maps, each offering unique resources to gather, special collectible plant ingredients, map-specific fish, thrilling quests, and exotic and unique ingredients dropped from battling rare monsters. From honey that shimmers like moonlight with a silver glow and rare shadowy mushrooms that appear only occasionally, to unique spices that grow only in dinosaur nests, there is lots to discover in this world. From bonds with a diverse group of companions and pets who will join you on your misadventures and assist you in farming and tavern management, each bringing unique skills and stories to the table, lore, enhancing both your journey and the day-to-day operations of your farm and tavern. Enjoy the rich stories and lore of both your trusted companions and the mysterious world around you. Interact with various characters to learn about their backgrounds and lives, and experience the depth and breadth that this world has to offer in future updates. Dragonsong Tavern looks super adorable with a 2.5D art style, which to me looks as though the character models from Story of Seasons landed in a hand-painted world in the best way possible. There is so much content to explore, from the traditional farming sim gameplay to running and managing your own restaurant. It definitely looks like a game I could sink hundreds of hours into. So far, the reviews for the early access release have been mostly positive, with players enjoying the wide variety of content available and its Steam Deck compatibility. However, some players have found they feel the NPCs and shopkeepers to feel very lifeless and out of place in the vibrant and fun world. And while a lot of the mechanics such as cooking and combat have a good base foundation, they feel quote basic and unpolished. Personally, I don't tend to pick up games in early access anymore, as I find that especially if it feels very lackluster in early access, when the full release eventually comes out, I am less enthused to pick it up and almost bored of it by then, if that makes sense. I would much rather wait for a full release and build up the hype as I watch the updates roll out, and I find that it makes the gameplay experience so much more satisfying and enjoyable after the long wait. This one definitely has the potential to become an amazing full release, but whether you want to play it in early access or wait is up to you. If you love farming sims and tavern management games such as Stardew Valley, Traveller's Rest and Tavern Talk, as well as exploring the fantastical worlds of games like Wildflowers and Infinity Nikki, then you should definitely check out Dragonsong Tavern. Next on the list is the story-rich and nostalgic logical puzzle-solving simulation game Projected Dreams. In this charming cozy puzzle game, you will play as Senka to drag toys from shelves and drop them on the table to create a shadow play, immersing yourself in a heartwarming story full of 90s nostalgia that blurs the lines between fantasy and reality. Use shadow puppetry to uncover past family relationships and a wordless story about buzzing summer nights, the importance of friendship and bittersweet goodbyes, all while watching the environment around you change and evolve with the passing of time in this casual, stress-free experience. Use a multitude of mechanics to solve unique puzzles, rotating, placing and stacking objects on the table to recreate a given shadow silhouette on the wall through shadow play. Get creative, with endless solutions to the shadow puzzles and the only requirement being that the outline of the shadow matches. There are various achievements and secrets to be discovered. Experience an ever-changing room and rediscover memories from your own childhood as you happen across nostalgic toys and items with fond memories attached, all set to a stunning and unique soundtrack. Projected Dreams looks super cute and wholesome, and I love the idea of turning shadow play into a puzzle mechanic. This game is very much giving healing your inner child, and I am all for it. I don't know if it's just me who finds shadow puppetry super nostalgic, but this game and the cat shadow trend that I've seen on TikTok, I will insert a clip if I remember, are making me feel like a little kid again. With very positive reviews on Steam and verified Steam Deck compatibility, players find the game to be fresh and engaging with accessible and easy to follow instructions and mechanics. However, some users have reported that the physics and 3D rotation can be a bit annoying, alongside some of the solution requirements not really checking off. And some users have also reported objects falling out of bounds, which can force a puzzle reset. This game is definitely on the shorter side, clocking in at around 3 hours of main storyline, which can be a pro or a con depending on your personal preference, leading some users to recommend waiting for a sale before buying. But with the Steam Summer Sale right around the corner to when this video goes live, I'm definitely interested in checking this one out. If you love nostalgic and story-rich puzzle games such as Unpacking and Sticky Business, as well as unique puzzle mechanics, then you should definitely check out Projected Dreams. And just a quick content warning for this last game, there are some more mature and serious topics which may be discussed, which some players may find uncomfortable, such as mental illness and brief mentions of fantasy violence, with no visuals and nothing too extreme. And last but not least is the cozy and casual fantasy-inspired and story-rich shop management and crafting sim visual novel from the indie dev behind Death and Taxes, Craftcraft, available on Steam and with Mac support. In this RPG merchant sim featuring hands-on crafting, you will craft beautiful custom pieces for your clients, from a necklace for a mermaid princess to a sword made of dragon's blood. It's up to you which commissions you choose to take on. Express your creativity in your very own cozy crafting studio, changing the lives and learning the tales of the quirky locals of Windspout, a mysterious port town. Meet different folks from varying walks of life, some of which are romanceable, and leave an impression in this Choices Matter experience featuring multiple possible endings, fully voice-acted dialogue, and unique minigames for each type of item you will craft. Featuring visual novel-style interactions between characters, get to know a quirky cast in a branching storyline, in which the choices you make will lead to multiple possible endings, allowing for multiple playthroughs of this lore-rich story. I previously mentioned this game in my April releases video, but it was unfortunately delayed to May and has since received mostly positive reviews on Steam. After looking through the negative reviews, the two main points that came up were people misunderstanding the genre of the game. So to clarify, this is a visual novel and romance game with crafting minigames. Somewhat similar to the drink making experience in games like Coffee Talk and Valhalla, it is not a crafting simulator. The other consensus was that the game feels unpolished and more like an early access release than a full launch, with crashes and bugs, and some reviewers requesting quality of life patches as well as a more developed romance storyline and conclusion, and for the player's choices to also have more meaningful consequences. So whether you want to check this one out or wait for future updates to come out is completely up to you. If you love making stickers in Sticky Business or crafting tarot cards in the Cosmic Wheel Sisterhood and organising household objects in A Little to the Left, then you will love piecing together different components to build a custom piece in craftcraft. And of course, if you love story-rich visual novels such as Coffee Talk and Valhalla, then this definitely seems like your kind of game. However, considering the unpolished gameplay, I feel as though I cannot recommend this game in its current state, but it may be worth picking up in the future if these kinks are ironed out, or maybe with a good discount. And before we end off, I just wanted to share a few games I've got my eye on that recently released Steam demos. The first demo I want to talk about, already available on Steam, is for the cute and casual adventure and puzzle game about maps, Map. In this cozy single-player game, you will embark on a cozy treasure hunt as a cartographer of an adventure crew, exploring wondrous landscapes to find a legendary lost treasure. Use your sense of direction to make maps, help your companions, and explore beautiful and idyllic islands. In your search for clues, you will travel from island to island and set up camp with your colourful crew of adventurers, who will task you to find different places in the surrounding landscapes. Explore each island, finding the relevant locations requested by your crew and pinpointing them on your map, starting with a simple map which only includes the coastline of the island. The challenge now is to fill this map with the landmarks, ruins and unique sites scattered across the land, relying on your sense of direction and truly getting to know your surroundings like a true adventurer. Unlock tools to determine the precise location of these places, completing cartography quests for your companions and following the trace of the hidden treasure. Map looks super cute and adorable and has a very charming and colourful art style. While this game looks to be fairly short, there are lots of secrets to uncover and a whole world to discover, making this the perfect cozy experience for completionists like myself. If you love adventure and exploration games with an open and fully traversable map, such as Spiritfarer, and those with a puzzle-solving twist, such as Kato, as well as relaxing and slow-paced gameplay, then you should definitely check out Map. As of right now, there is no announced release date, but stay tuned to hear more about this game in future videos. Another cozy demo available right now is for the cute and casual story-rich visual novel about a mysterious girl with the ability to see forgotten memories and a very cute void, Anemorie. In this visually captivating story-driven adventure set in the 90s, you will step into the shoes of Anna, a young woman navigating the complexities of self-discovery, love and resilience, all while living with a heart condition and possessing a unique gift, the ability to glimpse the memories embedded in cherished objects. Assist Anna with her daily routines, from cooking breakfast and journaling to bonding with her beloved black cat Kohi, each activity revealing more about her character and the story. Engage in unique context-specific minigames that reflect Anna's experiences and challenges, offering deeper insight into her world. In a world where every object holds a story and uncovering just one forgotten memory may change Anna's life forever, immerse yourself in her emotional journey as you help her to confront her past whilst exploring her supernatural abilities and forge meaningful relationships with others along the way. Anemorie looks absolutely adorable and is one of my most highly anticipated games for the coming years, featuring everything I look for in a visual novel cozy game, from cute cats to fun minigames and a charming yet unique and intriguing story. I definitely can't wait to check out this demo when I get a chance. If you love the sound of a cozy and casual visual novel with a wholesome and rich story, and of course a cute cat, as well as romance, supernatural powers and minigames based around daily life, then you will love Anemorie. As of right now, there is no announced release date, but stay tuned to hear more about this game in future videos, as I will definitely be covering it. The next demo is one I am very excited to talk about, and it is of course for the newest installment of the beloved coffee brewing and heart-to-heart talking simulator, Coffee Talk Tokyo. Set in Tokyo, a city where old and new coexist, this newest game in the Coffee Talk series brings back familiar elements with new twists. In a city of paper and steel as large as a country, a small cafe gives humans and fancy people alike a cozy space to just be. In this visual novel experience, you will brew the right orders for your customers as they seek refuge from the sweltering Tokyo summer heat and share heartfelt stories to chill lo-fi beats in a chill atmosphere. Once again, find yourself placed behind the counter of a chill coffee shop with an exciting and quirky cast of all new customers and stories to discover. Meet, introduce yourself, and brew beverages for Kenji, the traditional Kappa salaryman striving to find meaning and a way forward after retirement; Vin, the barista's assistant coping with a fractured past and the daily consequences of a previous disaster; Ayame, a happy-go-lucky but recently deceased it girl struggling to make sense of her new afterlife, and more. Engage with your customers outside of the cafe setting with the returning social media network tamagotchi, which will allow you to learn more about their stories and help them discover the truth they're seeking or make life-changing connections. So far, no new drink ingredients have been promised, but we will see the introduction of the new sprinkle stencils, which will allow you to elevate your latte art. Easily create beautiful latte art by sprinkling a powdery design onto a customer's drink, and then make it your own by adding milk and etching. As someone who previously struggled with the latte art, these stencils are going to be an absolute lifesaver. I absolutely love the Coffee Talk series and have so many fond memories of both games so far and their characters, and I also love Japanese culture, so the combination of the two is definitely something I'm looking forward to. I can't wait to meet the new characters and step behind the barista's bar once again. If you love the Coffee Talk series, or if you love interactive visual novels with a drink-making twist, such as Tavern Talk and Valhalla, then you should definitely check out this latest installment when it fully releases sometime this year. And the final demo I want to mention, coming to Steam on the 2nd of June, is for the cute and cozy, relaxing and atmospheric idler, building and decorating sim, Your Personal Chill Apartment. In this new idler and interior decorating game, you will create your own cozy rooms in your very own chill apartment, all while listening to relaxing tracks in the game's built-in music player and staying motivated by completing real-life tasks alongside your decorating to earn in-game coins for upgrading your space. Choose your favourite furniture from a huge catalogue of hundreds of decor items, then move, rotate and select those objects however you'd like. It's all down to your own creativity. Repaint any object to any colour you love using the built-in palette feature to save your favourites for quick access. With dynamic weather and lighting changes throughout the day, as well as a selection of relaxing and meditative hand-picked tunes to listen to, curate your very own cozy atmosphere while you play, work or do chores. Just keep reaching your goals and earning coins for completing real-life tasks in this simple and relaxing gameplay loop. Your Personal Chill Apartment looks so adorable with tons of cute decorations and room types to renovate. I also love the touch of it being an idle game, as it encourages you to look after yourself and take care of daily chores, but you also have the option of decorating your own miniature apartment, so it doesn't feel like too much waiting around for progression, which is one of the main reasons I don't get on too much with other idle games, just because they feel too much like a to-do list. If you love interior design and decorating in cute atmospheric idlers, all while listening to relaxing tracks and being somewhat productive, then you should definitely check out Your Personal Chill Apartment, and its full release will be on the 15th of July, so stay tuned to hear more about it in next month's video. Hello again, Editing M here, and I just wanted to quickly give a really exciting announcement before we end off. Oh my gosh, when this popped up on my YouTube feed, I knew that I had to spice it into this video because we have finally, after 6 long years of following its development, got a release date for PARALIVES. Oh my gosh. And early access will be starting on the 8th of December this year. I'm so excited, as I've been following this game from its initial announcement in 2019. I can't believe that was 6 years ago. And we'll definitely be featuring it on this channel, so definitely stay tuned for that. So that was all the cozy tea I have to spill for both June and May. Apologies for the delay in getting this video out. I really intended to get it out like 3 weeks ago at the beginning of June, but this month has been more chaotic than I anticipated, and well, life just happens. It's fine. We deal with it. But thank you so much for watching all the way through. I really appreciate it, especially as I've been gone for a while, and so the algorithm is probably not liking me too much right now. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below, as we really did talk about a lot today. So which games are you excited for, and which have you already checked out? Will you be purchasing a Switch 2 anytime soon? And how do you feel about Nintendo's price hiking? I love chatting with you all about everything cozy gaming, so let's get this conversation started. And as always, if you found this video either entertaining or informative, then please do give it a like, as it really helps my small channel to grow and reach new cozy game enthusiasts. And if you want to see more content from me, then please consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell. And once again, thank you for being so patient with me when I worked on this video. I spent a lot of time on this one, and I really hope the effort and time shows for itself. Thank you again for watching all the way to the end, and as always, I hope you have a lovely rest of your day/night.